Hello and welcome to today's video. So on the workbench today is an AMC325. This is serial number 1357. It's in for repair. Customer says that it doesn't work. It's been swapped into another vehicle, known working vehicle with a known working drive, and they definitely know it's the drive that's the problem. Not quite sure if this shows up on video, but this whole corner got bashed in pretty good on shipping. Looks like it probably took a hit over here and it broke the couple cable glands connectors here. The washer's broken. Might be able, or the nut's broken. Might be able to fix that. Maybe smush that back out so that bend it back into place. All the cabling has been removed for some reason, including the shells have been opened up. Probably doing some troubleshooting would be my guess. Some of them are missing, so I can go ahead and replace that. This got bent up. Don't know if that was like that before or happened during shipping. This one wasn't packed very well. I highly recommend, if you're going to ship me a motor controller, pack it really, really well. If you mark fragile on the box, that's pretty much giving them, that's telling the shipping company you want them to try to break it. So don't do that. Just pack them really well. Assume it's going to be dropped, and they'll make it here in one piece. Came with the encoder board here, or speed sensor out of the motor. Fortunately, it looks like the glue is missing off one of the sensors, and I'm not sure if somebody tried to move it or not, but it's been pried up away from the board, and it should be contacting the board like the other one is. I'm not sure how precision aligned those are to pick up the encoder markings, so hopefully I can get that to work, to function. Other than that, somebody's bolted a BMS to the side of it. It's a U-Charge XP. I'm not familiar with that brand, but it doesn't look like its interfaces with the motor controller at all. These are all just kind of hanging out here in the breeze, so I'm not going to worry about that. It just happens to be bolted onto the side of it. So I'll go ahead and show you. I've got the drive hooked up to 156 volts. I've got my test box hooked up, and we've got Monlog running. So I'll go ahead and flip it on here, give it some throttle, and you'll see that the motor has issues. So it's not working right at all, and same with reverse. And I thought I'd be really lucky, because if I put it in forward here, I can show you what I see on Monlog, and the RPM is going the wrong way. It's going negative. That shouldn't happen when you're in forward, and that means that for this phasing, so I go ahead and shut it off. For the way this phasing, which this is a motor out of a Solectria Force, which is what this drive comes out of, the Encoder A-B switch needs to be in the B position, not the A position. So a simple flip like that, and yeah, that's half the problem. So if I put it in forward again, you'll see she spins. I got regen off. Let me turn it on here, and we'll regen to a stop. And we'll put it in reverse. And sure enough, she spins, no problems. But did you see that? I'm trying to regen to a stop, and something's going wrong. So let me turn regen off here for a sec, and we'll help it out. There's something else. I think we have part of one phase that's bad, and that explains what I'm seeing. If I can get it in the right spot, we'll see how well this works, because we're live. So if I just give it a little throttle, see how it jumped the wrong way there at the beginning? But I'm trying to find a spot. Like, I can get it to where, yeah, there you go. I don't know if you heard that little chirp. That is the saturation detect on the motor controller catching that a short has occurred, and it's kicking it out, and it starts PWMing it at like 1 kilohertz. So you hear that? So there's something wrong with the power stage. Yeah, right there. Hear that? Shouldn't do that. It should just spin. So there's something going on with the power stage in this drive, and I'm glad I caught that on camera, because I don't know if they might have been playing with it and accidentally flipped the switch. I don't think that was the original problem. I think that if it was in the wrong position and they had it in the vehicle and they were flooring it a lot, putting a lot of current through it, that may have damaged one of the phases. Or it could have been the speed sensor here. If this is messed up and has issues, and it sent the wrong information to the drive while it was spinning at, if you're going at highway speed and all of a sudden it doesn't know where the rotor is, that can cause it to do some really strange things and put a lot of current through one of the half bridges and cause some damage. So I'm pretty sure we've got damage to one of the phases, or the gate driver is not able to turn it off one of the phases quick enough. So it could be a problem with the gate driver, could be a problem with the gate driver power supply. This does use a positive and negative supply for the gate drives. Maybe we don't have a negative supply anymore. So there's a few things that could be wrong. I'm going to go ahead and pull the cover off, take it apart, and do some component level troubleshooting and see if we can't find something really obvious. But my guess is that there's something wrong with one of the phases. One of the power stages is either shorted or not able to turn on or off in the correct sequence anymore. So it could be a gate driver problem. It could be that we're reading the encoder wrong. There's a lot of things that have to go right for this to work. So there's something along the chain of getting an encoder signal, processing it, and then firing the phases properly in the correct order. Something's not quite going right, and it's constant. It's not like it's an intermittent problem. So it should be pretty easy to track down. We'll have to look at it. But yeah, I don't believe that the problem was just that the switch was in the wrong position. They probably flipped it just trying to make it work. But if it was in the wrong position, you put a lot of current through it, that can cause issues, because the motor's attempting to sequence one direction, but the encoder information's telling it to go the other way, which, yeah, it doesn't handle that very well. Let's see, other than that, it seems like it's in pretty decent shape. It turns on and off, power supply's working. So yeah, a little bit more troubleshooting, but yeah, we'll see what's wrong with it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.